What would drive someone to risk their life in pursuit of a dream? This is the question we wrestle with as we delve into the heart of a desperate journey, one that thousands of Africans embark upon every single year. Their destination? Europe, a beacon of hope and dreams of a better life. But the path that lies ahead is treacherous and unforgiving. It's a journey that remains largely unseen, shrouded in the shadows of desperation and fear. We call it the invisible journey. The scale of this migration crisis is staggering. Every year, countless men, women and children brave the perilous trek across the Sahara Desert and then onto the merciless waters of the Mediterranean, all in pursuit of a brighter future. Each one of them carries a story, a dream, a reason that fuels their determination to endure the hardships of the journey. This invisible journey is fraught with dangers. The Sahara, vast and unforgiving, takes a toll on the weary travelers. Then there's the Mediterranean, a body of water that has become synonymous with danger and death, claiming the lives of countless hopeful souls. Yet despite the perils, the flow of migrants remains unceasing, their dreams undeterred by the grim realities of the journey. But what drives these individuals to undertake such a hazardous journey? The answer is as complex as the journey itself, rooted in a myriad of factors, including economic hardships, political instability, and the relentless pursuit of a better life. It's a testament to the human spirit, the resilience to endure, and the unwavering belief in the promise of a brighter future. In the coming scenes, we will navigate the intricate facets of this crisis. From the push factors that drive individuals to leave their homes to the personal narratives of those who have made the journey, we will seek to understand the human side of this crisis. This is the unseen journey, a desperate gamble for a chance at life, a journey that remains largely invisible yet deeply impacts the lives of thousands. Their stories demand our attention, their resilience, our admiration, and their dreams, our understanding. What pushes someone to take such a dangerous plunge? Imagine a life where your daily existence is marred by economic instability. You're stuck in a cycle of poverty with no prospect of employment or income. This is a reality for many in Africa, where unemployment rates soar and opportunities for sustainable livelihoods are scarce. In sub-Saharan Africa alone, nearly 40% of the population lives below the international poverty line. But the economic hardships are just the tip of the iceberg. Imagine your country is in turmoil, gripped by political instability. Governments topple, corruption runs rampant, and violence becomes a part of everyday life. This is not a scene from a dystopian novel. This is a harsh reality faced by many Africans. In countries like Sudan, Somalia, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, political unrest has been a constant presence, forcing many to flee their homes, their communities, their countries. Now let's add another layer to this already grim picture. Imagine societal pressures so intense, they suffocate you. You're expected to provide for your extended family, and failure to do so is seen as a mark of shame. Such societal expectations can create unbearable pressure, another push factor that drives many to consider the risky voyage across the Mediterranean. But what if the journey is your last resort? A desperate attempt to escape a life of hardship and despair. For many, it is exactly that. A gamble where the stakes are high, but the potential payoff, a chance at a better life, is deemed worth the risk. These are not isolated instances or rare occurrences. These are systemic issues affecting millions of people across the continent. Each factor intertwines with the others, creating a complex web of desperation that leaves many feeling they have no other choice. These are the push factors, the harsh realities that drive individuals to risk it all. Imagine leaving everything you know behind, guided only by hope. Picture this: a young man, barely out of his teens, from a small village in Eritrea. His name is Tewolde. Life in Eritrea was a struggle. The political instability, the economic hardships, the lack of opportunities, they all pushed Tewolde to the edge of despair. His decision to leave was not made lightly. Tewolde spoke of nights spent tossing and turning, torn between the fear of the unknown journey ahead and the hope of a better life. Then we have Amina, a mother of two from Nigeria. She lived in abject poverty, her children's futures hanging by a thread. Amina's voice quivers as she recounts her decision to leave, a decision born out of desperation and a fierce love for her children. She wanted them to have what she couldn't, a chance at education, at security, at a future. And there's Jamal, a young man from Sudan who left his home in pursuit of freedom. He was a journalist reporting on the political turmoil in his homeland until it became too dangerous. Fearing for his life, he made the gut-wrenching decision to leave his family, his home, and his career behind. His voice echoes with the pain of leaving and the fear of what lies ahead, but also with determination and hope. These personal narratives, as diverse as they are, share a common thread: the willingness to risk it all. The fear of the treacherous journey is dwarfed by the hope for a better future, a future that seems just out of reach but worth reaching for. The decision to leave one's homeland, one's family, and everything familiar is a testament to human resilience. It's a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of hope. These stories, these voices, they tug at our hearts, reminding us of the human side of this crisis. These are not just stories, they are the voices of desperation and hope. The Mediterranean Sea, a beautiful sight turned deadly passage. This tranquil expanse of water, stretching between the shores of Africa and Europe, belies the perils it holds for those who dare to cross. It has become the world's deadliest migration route, a watery graveyard for thousands who have sought a better life only to find their journeys cut tragically short. The dangers of this crossing are manifold. Unpredictable weather conditions, overcrowded boats, and the lack of life-saving equipment are but a few of the hazards migrants face. The waters of the Mediterranean are treacherous, and the vessels used for these crossings are often ill-equipped to withstand their wrath. Statistics paint a grim picture. Thousands have perished in these waters. Each year the toll rises, a testament to the desperation that drives these individuals to risk everything. Each number represents a life lost, a family torn apart, a dream unfulfilled. But it's not just the numbers that tell the tale. Amidst the staggering statistics are personal stories of loss and survival. Stories like that of Amina, a young woman from Eritrea who watched helplessly as her brother slipped beneath the waves, the flimsy raft they were on proving no match for the Mediterranean's unforgiving currents. Or Hassan, a teenager from Sudan, who clung to a piece of wreckage for hours, his only lifeline in the vast, indifferent sea. These are not just migrants, they are mothers and fathers, sons and daughters, friends and neighbours. They are human beings, driven by the universal desire for safety and security, for a chance to build a better life for themselves and their loved ones. Their stories are a stark reminder of the human cost of this crisis. They underscore the urgent need for safe and legal routes for migration, for a global response that is grounded in empathy and respect for human dignity. This is the deadly crossing where dreams are lost in the waves. Yet for many, it remains the only path towards hope, a testament to the indomitable human spirit that persists in the face of unimaginable adversity. Imagine reaching a new land, only to find new challenges awaiting. Picture the relief, the exhilaration, the sense of accomplishment as the shores of Europe come into sight. But the journey doesn't end there. The land of promise, it seems, has its own set of trials. Take, for instance, the story of Amina, a young woman from Eritrea. She recounts her arrival in Italy, her eyes gleaming with a mixture of hope and trepidation. The thrill of survival was quickly tempered by the daunting reality of paperwork, asylum claims, and an unfamiliar legal system. The language barrier only added to her struggle, turning simple tasks into Herculean efforts. Then there's Ali, a resilient teenager from Sudan. His tale is one of a harsh welcome. He had imagined Europe as a haven, a place where the spectre of war and poverty would cease to haunt him. Yet upon arrival he was met with hostility and discrimination. Despite these setbacks, he persevered, holding on to his dreams of a brighter future. And let's not forget Fatima, a mother from Nigeria who journeyed across the Sahara and the Mediterranean, driven by the desire to secure a better life for her children. Arriving in Spain, she faced the immense challenge of integrating into a new society while grappling with her traumatic past. Yet, she remains hopeful, determined to build a new home for her family. These narratives are but a glimpse into the myriad experiences of the migrants who dared to dream, who dared to venture into the unknown. Each story is a testament to human resilience, a tribute to the indomitable spirit that fuels the journey from Africa to Europe. The arrival in Europe is not the end, but rather the beginning of a new chapter, filled with its own challenges and triumphs. It's a story of adaptation, of perseverance, of a relentless pursuit of a dream. These are the narratives of resilience, the stories of those who made it across. A new land, new challenges, and the crisis goes on. The journey from Africa to Europe isn't a one-time ordeal. It's a crisis that reverberates, echoing through time, punctuated by the constant influx of new arrivals. The end of the perilous journey across the Mediterranean doesn't mark the end of hardships. Instead, it signals the beginning of a new set of challenges in a foreign land. The shores of Europe, rather than being a promised land, often present a labyrinth of legal obstacles. Asylum, residence permits, the right to work. These are all hurdles that must be navigated by the weary traveller. The process can be lengthy, complex and disheartening, often resulting in the denial of the very rights these individuals risk their lives to attain. Yet, despite these challenges, the human spirit perseveres. Migrants, driven by a relentless pursuit of a better life, strive to integrate into their new societies. They learn new languages, adapt to new cultures, and contribute their unique skills and experiences to the fabric of their adopted homelands. But the crisis goes on. Each day, more individuals embark on this dangerous journey, spurred on by the same desperation and hope that have driven countless others before them. The Mediterranean, a beautiful sea turned deadly crossing, continues to claim lives. Efforts to address the crisis are ongoing, but they are often hindered by political and economic constraints. Non-governmental organizations, humanitarian groups, and concerned individuals are tirelessly working to ease the plight of these migrants, providing aid, legal assistance, and advocating for policy changes. Yet, the scale of the problem demands more. It demands a greater understanding of the complex factors that drive migration. It requires empathy, compassion, and a commitment to action from each one of us. It needs us to see beyond the statistics, to the human faces of the crisis, to their resilience, their strength, and their dreams. The crisis continues, and it demands our attention. What can we do in the face of such a crisis? A question that looms heavy on all our hearts. The answer, while not simple, is rooted in the power of knowledge, understanding, and collective action. The journey we've traversed today, from the heart of Africa to the shores of Europe, is not just a tale of miles covered. It's a narrative of desperation, resilience, and the indomitable human spirit. It's a story that needs to be heard, understood, and acted upon. Education, my friends, is the first step towards action. It's the beacon that illuminates the dark corners of ignorance and indifference. By immersing ourselves in the complex tapestry of this migration crisis, we lend our voices to the silent cries of those who risk everything for a chance at life. Understanding the human side of the issue is paramount. Behind every statistic, there's a human face. A mother, a father, a child, each with dreams, hopes, and aspirations. Their stories are not just tales of desperation, but also of courage and determination. Let us not forget that. Let's remember them not as numbers, but as fellow human beings. Now let's talk about collective action. Small steps can lead to significant changes. Start a conversation about the crisis. Share the stories. Create awareness in your circle of influence. Encourage empathy and understanding. These actions might seem insignificant, but they ripple outwards, creating waves that can bring about change. Support organizations working on the ground to provide aid and support to migrants. Your contributions, no matter how small, can help save lives and provide much-needed assistance. If you can't donate money, donate time. Volunteer if you can. Every effort counts. Advocate for fair and humane immigration policies. Use your vote, your voice to demand change from those in power. Don't underestimate the impact of political action. Remember, policies are not just about laws and regulations, they are about the lives of people, about our shared humanity. Finally, don't let the conversation die. Keep the issue alive in your thoughts, in your discussions. Don't let the world forget. Because forgetting is easy, but remembering, acknowledging, and acting requires courage and determination. We've journeyed together through the harsh realities of the migration crisis. The journey, however, is far from over. It's a continuing narrative that demands our attention, our understanding, and our action. Knowledge is power. Empower yourselves, empower others, and together we can make a difference. It's not just a lofty ideal, but a call to action, a plea for humanity. Let's rise to the occasion. Let's stand together for those who risk it all in search of a better life. Let's be the change we want to see, because in the end we're all part of the same human story.